Good evening, everybody. My name is Scott Jacobs, and you're listening to Juiced Sports Radio. And big news, breaking news in the National Football League, as the Washington Redskins have agreed in principle to trade for the number 2 overall pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, aka the Washington Redskins have just acquired what we believe to be Robert Griffin III. Huge news for the quarterback-needy team, the same team that started a combination of John Beck and Rex Grossman. Needless to say, it did not work. Mike Shanahan is on a very hot seat in the nation's capital. The Redskins lack star power. If you look at their leading rushers last year, the tandem of Helu, Royster, and Hightower is not going to sell tickets. Neither is Grossman and Beck. And then Washington's wide receiver core, badly in need of an upgrade. Gaffney, Davis, Moss, none of those guys are going to get you big, spread the field type touchdowns. And, this is a big coup for the Washington Redskins. Does it make them an NFL title contender or a Super Bowl contender? No, not yet. Not anytime soon. The Redskins have a long way to go, but this is a big block for the Redskins to land as part of a rebuilding project. That's been going on for a little too long in Washington, D.C. The Redskins are giving up 3 first-round picks, a second-round pick in the future, and they're doing it all just to get the second overall pick, as we said, which is going to be Robert Griffin III. It's a big leap of faith, but it's a big move and a necessary move for the Washington Redskins, who really wanted Peyton Manning, but even if Manning had went there, it wasn't a good fit, in my opinion. Manning is on the downside of his career. Even if he has 2 to 3 good years left in him, it would have been wasted in Washington. The Redskins tried to settle their quarterback woes by trading for Donovan McNabb. That flopped horribly. McNabb went to Minnesota and has disappeared off the face of the earth. And the Redskins are finally going young. They're not taking somebody's trash. They're taking pure treasure. Griffin III was the Heisman winner from Baylor. The guy is a big-time talent. We don't know what kind of NFL player he will translate to be, but at 6'2", 231 pounds, he's got big hands, 37 touchdowns, very elusive, fast, smart player. He's dynamic, great smile, he's got them Superman socks, and he's going to sell tickets in Washington. Hog Nation should be pretty excited about this move. The Redskins give up a lot. St. Louis gets a ton. We expected this all along. And with the Peyton Manning Wordlish Derby heating up and getting hotter than ever, the time was now for St. Louis to make the move to get the maximum value for this pick. And now quarterback-needy teams like Miami, like Cleveland, like Seattle, like potentially Arizona, potentially Kansas City, maybe even Denver. You're looking at a list of guys now. The big names left in free agency are now Peyton Manning and Matt Flynn. And that's it. And maybe Ryan Tannehill in the draft. Maybe. And, there's a bunch of other guys. Obviously, Kellen Moore could be good. Some of these other guys. Robert Griffin was a huge piece. And now that he is gone, what does Cleveland do? What does Miami do? And what do these teams do in their efforts for Manning and Flynn? Flynn is believed to be the logical landing spot for Miami. But, if the Dolphins land Peyton Manning, then maybe he goes to Cleveland. If Manning goes to Arizona, maybe Cobb probably gets released, and then maybe he goes to Cleveland or Seattle. There's an interesting domino effect, and of course, if Manning goes to Denver, who the heck knows? All we know is this: Robert Griffin III looks like he's going to be a Washington Redskin. Big news in the National Football League. My name is Scott Jacobs. You've been listening to Juiced Sports Radio. Good night, everybody.